Hey, I've recently watched 100 meters and it absolutely blew my mind. From the moment it started, we were first introduced with these two characters, Togashi and Komiya. Togashi was putting his absolute best performances, meanwhile Komiya is just using running as an escapism, which was kind of surprising to me. I've never thought of that running could be some form of escapism. But it was interesting. Komiya appealed to Togashi at first because he never seen someone so determined. And that's how they got closer, and Togashi started helping him with his running form and everything. Until that final race where Komiya beat Togashi, and they just moved apart from that moment. Komiya moved away with his parents, and we can kind of feel that at the time, Togashi wasn't putting his absolute best. But he was just too good that he didn't really need to. And we move on to the high school period, where as expected Togashi is struggling to run as before. He's struggling to reach that peak performance, that feeling that he used to feel before. But Komiya is running much better than before, but he has a mental problem. He got injured at some time and there's that fear that lingers there that is stopping you from putting your absolute best effort. And I'm sure every athlete has had the same feeling before. Togashi's motivated again thanks to his high school running club, and now is looking to participate in more events with his club. On the other hand, Komiya, thanks to his conversation with Zaitsu, he realized that the glory and the achievements he looks to get outweighs his fear of injuries. No matter the price, it's worth it. Togashi and Komiya meet again in a final race that concludes the high school period. And this is probably my favorite part of the anime, the high school race. It might even be one of my favorite scenes ever. The participants are warming up. The animations could not be smoother. The colorless background is adding to the feeling that we're about to witness young athletes putting their absolute best on the line. And it also immerses you in the feeling that they only see the track. Anything else doesn't matter. I was so immersed that it felt so real to me. It didn't feel like anime. It was just too smooth. It felt the same way when I'm about to watch a football match, or when I'm about to watch a race or a tennis match, any sporting event. You see how focused every racer is from their expressions. And the rain in the background only made it more badass and dark in a way. The race starts, and at this point, I don't really care who wins. This is just so enjoyable. But as expected, Komiya wins. Zaitsu has just unleashed the beast onto this world. And now we move on to the young adult period. Togashi's situation is getting only worse. He barely managed to land the contract with his company, but he feels it's too early. He feels that he can do more. It's 10 years after high school and Zaitsu and Komiya has only conquered the running scene. Togashi's putting more effort to get to that point. But then the worst nightmare of athletes comes. It's a season injury. And the company is gonna fire Togashi if he can't continue. Togashi feels helpless, and we go to the park scene. He sees two kids in the park trying to get better at running, and he steps in to help them, trying to correct their form. But he doesn't stop there. He continues ranting, realizing that he puts everything on the line, and for nothing. All he's good at is running, and now he can't even do that. The contrast between his peak performance when he was young, and how helpless he is now, just broke him down. After everything he sacrificed, now after being pushed to the wall, he chooses to continue, to just risk it for glory. Before the final race of the movie, Zaitsu's knocked out and is not gonna be there in the final, which made Komiya feel lost. The rival that has been chasing for 10 years is out, and he has not beat him himself. But what we get from Zaitsu's final speech is all that doesn't matter. You put your whole life on the line for 10 seconds, and that's all it takes. Doesn't matter the people you're competing with, doesn't matter the time and the place. It matters that you put your absolute everything, so you don't regret not doing so. The race starts, but we've already had our conclusion, so it doesn't matter who wins. Thank you to everyone who was responsible for this project. This felt very personal and relatable to me, and have the best day possible.